there, my name is Melissa and I work for Durham EarlyOn in Clarington. Today I'm going to share with you a couple name activities. These are great for getting children ready for school, but also just amazing for any child who might be doing school virtually this year or school from home. So for my first activity, what you can do is you can actually spell your child's name out for them using bubble letters. You can even include them in this process, which is great. Just having them say the letters with you as you write them. So the reason you're going to do them in bubble letters is because we're going to use something called loose parts. Find them out in nature, you can find them in your home. So I have just some collected rocks with me. I have some jewels that I've found around my house, and I also have some little bits of paper. So what I have done is I have actually placed my piece of paper inside a clear sleeve. That's not something you have to do, but if you do have a clear sleeve lying around the house, it might be a nice idea. And I just did that because then I'm able to reuse this little mat over and over again. But if you don't have a clear sleeve, that's okay. You can just recreate it when the paper gets ripped or torn or something. So with my loose parts, actually before even I use my loose parts, it's actually just really nice to even just use the mat for tracing. So putting your child's finger over top of the letters and just tracing the letters one by one is nice to do. You could even take this a step further and actually use this with paint so that their finger is able to glide a little bit nicer. And then the nice thing is that you can reuse this mat over and over again with various different loose parts. And you're really just encouraging your child to build and create their name using the loose parts, trying to follow along the lines. And you can use so many different items. Now, the other nice thing too is you could also just decide to use stickers if you wanted to with this activity. So if you have stickers around the house, you could use stickers and have your child place the stickers along the letters. So my next activity involves just writing your child's name again on a piece of paper. If you would like to take it a step further, you could do it in pencil and then they could trace it in marker. You'll notice that with all my name activities, I have stuck to using the first letter as a capital and the rest of them are lowercase. And this is always great to do because that is how we spell our names, and it helps them to recognize it more when they start school and when they start to see their names around, because that's just how it naturally is spelt. So with this activity, you might want to leave a little bit of space, if you can, between each letter, because then you're just going to encourage your child to go ahead and cut in between each letter. If they seem to have some trouble with cutting straight or really understanding where to cut, you could always draw a line with a pencil and then just hold the paper with your fingers in your hands and encourage them to cut right down the middle where your pencil line is. So now that you have all your letters cut out, this is just an activity to rebuild your child's name. So encouraging them to try to remember what letter comes first. You could even then talk about that capital letter, the sound. So for my own name, Melissa starts with the sound and they're really just building their names over and over again to really understand the order that their letters of their name go in. Now you can take this activity a step further and you can also If you have blocks around the house, they could be children's toy blocks, or I have actually used old Jenga blocks here, and I've written the letters of my name on the Jenga blocks. This is another way that you can encourage your child just to play and create their name using the blocks. But another nice thing to do with block letters is that then you could do a matching game. So matching maybe the paper letter to the block letter, or vice versa. And also, if you wanted to take it even a step further, although you have done most of your letters in lowercase, you could then go and do your letters in uppercase letters. And so you're then matching the lowercase e to the capital E, the lowercase l to the capital L, and so on. That's always a great activity just to enhance it a little bit further if you think that your child is ready for that.